Hello children, welcome to Lucid Study. So today we are going to observe on a Scratch platform one simple program, that is a cat which is going to eat apples and the score it is going to change. So for this, initially what we should do? So initially what we should do is take the backdrop. So how to take a backdrop? So if at all you are having backdrops in your computer, you can take a backdrop by uploading backdrop. So here you'll have a small backdrops icon. So from there you can go for upload backdrop and you can click on that, then you'll be getting the backdrop. So here I have taken a backdrop of apple tree. So that is my backdrop. So next what shall we do is write the program for the sprite. So what I have taken sprite, so this is a cat sprite. I don't want to delete that as it is. I'll be taking that cat sprite. Okay. So now initially what we shall do? So we shall take a control. So in this controls and events block we have. So here initially when you are starting the program, for every program when you are starting, you should make it as drag and drop this when green flag is clicked. So drag and drop when green flag is clicked. And next what shall we do? We shall take the sprite. Sprite, it should be appearing here as it is. So what shall we do? Make it as a same one. So go for the, so now you have to code for the sprite. So when green flag is clicked, okay. Now we shall go with the motions block, and in this motions block, if you are moving the sprite, so it is going to change the x and y coordinate here. Okay. So when I want here at this corner, that is minus 185 and minus 118. So same keep as it is. Go to, so it should be appearing for me as minus 185 and minus 118. And next is the cat sprite should be moving like this to right and like this to left. So what I should do? So I should go with the events block, and in the events block here we have a block which is called as when space is pressed. So by default it will take space. So I can change it to whatever I want, like up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, right arrow, or any alphabets I can code with that. So when right arrow key is pressed, my sprite should be moving forward and it should point in the same direction. Okay, it should not change its direction. So when it should not change its direction means I'll be keeping it as point in direction 90. Okay, and then it should change the x coordinate, not the y coordinate. Y coordinate means along vertical. X coordinate is this way it should change. So when it should change that way, I should change the x coordinate. So I'll take x coordinate, that means change x by 10. So 10 it should change. So change x by 10. And if at all, if it reaching the edge, what it should do? It should bounce. So here we have that block also, that is when it is moving on to edge, bounce. So my code for the right arrow key, it is completed. Next I shall go for left arrow key. So before going with the left arrow key, let us check whether it is coming correct or not. So when it is pressed, so see here, so it is changing by 10. So if on edge bounce, so it is reversing. I don't want to get reversed. So what shall we do? Set rotation style to left and right. So where shall we write that? We shall write when left arrow key is pressed. So for that what I'll do? I'll be duplicating all these codes. Same I need, so I'll duplicate all this. So when left arrow key is pressed and it should point in minus 90. So make it as minus 90. Okay. Change x by minus 10. If on edge, bounce. So before that, we shall make one more, that is set rotation style to left and right. So now observe here. So what my sprite is doing. So observe here what my sprite is doing. Is it moving? If on edge it is moving. Yes. So it is going to turn. Okay. So now it is perfect with the sprite. Next we shall take apples. So apple should be falling down. So how shall we make it? So upload one more sprite. So upload the sprite from what we have in the platform itself. So take a apple sprite. So I got the apple sprite. Okay. Now code for the apple sprite. So my apple is here, but I don't want my apple to be here. So it should be here. Okay. Initially it should be there. Now what shall we do? So again we have to go for event section. So in this event section, first green flag is clicked. So when green flag is clicked, so what shall we do? We shall make the sprite to go to certain position. So when it should go to certain position means here I need one block which is called as a forever block. So in this forever block, I'll be keeping go to the sprite to a particular place. So go to, that means we have in the motions block, that is go to. So I got go to x and y. But here all the time it is not should not appear in the same position. It should be appearing in different positions. I want that to be changing. So what I shall do? I want to be changing only the x coordinate but not the y coordinate. Y coordinate let us keep as it is 92 only. So let us change the x coordinate. It should be appearing as different positions. So what shall we do? So it should appear from here to here. Okay. So it is from here, that is minus 205. So it should be appearing here, that is again minus 48. So I'll take a minus pick random. So here I have one more block called as pick random position. It chooses by itself. So go to X. So I'll be clicking on this pick random. Okay. So pick random means 1 to 10 it is given, but I don't want it to be 1 to 10. I want it to be minus 203, minus 188 to minus 62. So I'll write that here. Minus 188 to minus 62. Okay, as it is, I'll be keeping. Okay, and then next what it should do? It should appear. So let us make it to wait for 1 second. So it should wait for 1 second. Okay, and then next, how long it should perform the same action? That means repeat until. So I want my sprite to show and hide. So initially when touching by the sprite cat, it should hide. So after that it should be showing. So what I'll do, I'll go for the looks block. Then I'll take a show here. Okay, repeat until touching edge. So what it should do? It should change y coordinate by some value. So what we shall do? Go for the motions block. Change y by, so let us make it as -5. Okay, so now it is going to change by -5 this sprite. So slowly it is going to change, forever it is going to change. Okay, and then next, so what it should do? If it touches the sprite of cat, then what it should do? It should hide. So let's go for the controls. If touching means again we should go for sensing. So if touching the sprite, so here we have a sprite 1. So let it make it as sprite 1. So what it should do? Change score. So here we should have the score variable. So here I want the score to be appearing on the screen. So before that, what I should do? So I should make a variable. So I'll make a variable. So I'll press on variable. So when you press on variable, you'll get like this. So I can write a score. Okay. So that is appearing on the screen. But I don't want to appear that on the screen. So I shall uncheck it. When I want it, I'll be checking that box. So when you check that box, that will be appearing on the screen. So when you observe here, otherwise when you uncheck the box, it will not appear on the screen. Okay. So I'll check that. Now it should appear on the screen. So when if touching the sprite 1, it should change the score by 1. Change score variable by 1. That means it is going to change it. So when I stop it, again it will be changing only. Before that, what we should do? So we should go for set variable. Set that variable to 0. So set that variable to 0 means, so here I'll make it set variable to score variable to 0. Now score variable will be 0 initially, and then if cat is going to touch the sprite 1, and then if the cat is going to touch the apple, that is sprite 1 is touching the apple, then it will change by 1. Okay. Now if you observe the same code which will be appearing here, so let us make it visible. So when green flag is clicked, so observe here, it is able to move and the apple is also falling. Okay, so one apple is only falling. So what shall we do? We shall make that into number of apples falling in different positions. So what shall we do? So we shall make it more. Okay, so for this we will be duplicating the sprite code. So click on that sprite code, you will get options like duplicate. So I will be getting duplicate of that as it is with the code you will get. Again one more I will duplicate. So it is, see, observe here, all are appearing in the same position. So what shall we do? And appearing at the same time, but I don't want like that. So what shall we do? So we shall take it, so apple 2, and we shall change that code here. So let us make it into some 0.8 seconds. It should wait, and it should not appear as it is there itself. So now it should appear here. So for that, what we should do? So we shall make the change in the code. So like this, it should appear anywhere here. So this is 65 This is 184. So, in between that it should be appearing. So, 65, 184. So, in between that will be appearing. And next we have apple 3. So, for this apple 3 also let us change in the same way. So, it should be appearing after 0.6 seconds and then this should be appearing somewhere here. So, that is 88 and minus 73. So, we shall change that. 88 and minus 73. So, like this we have made. So, it is going to appear in the 3 different positions. Now, let us check. So, it is appearing in 3 different positions. So, observe here. So, when green flag is clicked, it is going to. So, if it is touching the sprite, it should be changing the score. So, it is changing and it is appearing. So, like this we can make this apples eaten by the cat. And here we can also, if you want, you can set the timer also. So, we have different options. Let us see that program in the next section.